There we go. I was muted. My fault. I'm over here rambling. What a cutie. I was talking about face reveal and everything. I said at the Knicks game, I sent the video of the face reveal. Not a face reveal, but I was just cheering. I was like, hey, let's go Knicks. And fucking that's what I sent. But you guys can hear me now, right? We're going to get this draft going. Nah, still nothing. Still nothing. Where we at? Fire setup. You can hear me? We good? We good? No order? No audio still? Just live stream. Yeah, let's try it this way. How about now? How about now? We good? We good? Let's see. Check, check, check. Now we all right, hold on. Now we can hear you. All right, Fizzy texted me. You can hear me, brother? Let's get it. Let's get it going. You're good. All right, let me add this to the stage. Let's get it going. Now you got the full face reveal. My dumb look like trying to look at the thing. All right, let's get it. Let's get it at all. All right, draft room. All right, we're starting it up. Let's go. Good luck. I gotta turn that down. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Just tag everybody if you can't see all greens. All right, first pick we got Gibbs, obviously Gibbs in the Gibbs League. We got Bijan with the second pick. You guys are gonna get all my expertise over here. There we go. We got green there. Where's Sid at? All right, I think we're pretty good. Happy Soap was able to make it. Let's get it. All right, we're still rocking over here. All right, so after the after the Bijan, we had Chase, Amon Ra, Jonathan Taylor, Puka's best wide receiver out there, probably. Oh, Sid's green. Sid got the green light with fucking 18 seconds left on the clock. There we go. All right. All right, Puka Nicole off the board. JSN off the board. CMC quickly off the board. Let's get it. DGen with the Bowers pick. Okay, first tight end off the board. I'm going McBride all day over Bowers. Not all. I'm not gonna say all day, like all day, but I take McBride over Bowers. But we got Montez on the board. Big Giants fan over there. Yeah, St. Brown. Yeah, we figured you say that. JMO's the second best wide receiver in the league. McBride with the 111. JJ sneaks into the first round with the 110. CD, what are we doing with this wraparound pick? CD and Cook, solid 1-2 there at wide receiver running back. Yeah, nah, Bowers is going to be solid, though. Bowers is coming. Bowers is coming, guys. Bowers helmet is coming. A Bowers helmet is coming. I'll let you fuck it. Yeah, Bowers helmet is coming. Soon, soon. Tesla, yeah. A Bowers helmet is coming soon. Let you guys know that. You just don't know when. All right, so after that Cook, we had Achian, Genty, Hampton, Barkley. Nice little RB run. Mixed it up with a London pick to go with JSN. Nice little 1-2 at wide receiver there. Then Walker, Brown off the board, Pickens. Fizz, that's solid. Pickens and Brown to start. Well, you'll mess this draft up somehow. One way or another, you'll figure it out. Yeah, I'll definitely post it in the community. I'll let you guys know. Next, I got next week planned already, but probably in like 2 weeks. I got next Sunday's nukes planned. Definitely some fire. All right, AJ Brown with the 212. Love right before that. Bijan Love combo. Love Bijan, however you want to say it. All right, so you got Gibbs and Henry with Brown as your wide receiver one. A solid start. They're all solid starts till you get to like the fifth, sixth round. What's up, Brian? What's up, Brian? How you doing, brother? It was good. I was chilling. How about you? Yeah, happy 4th of July weekend, everybody. Yeah, it's New York, brother. What could I say? I'm a fast talker too. So, all right. So we got Rice with the 3-2. Love Rice. He's starting to creep back up in drafts. Brees, then Williams, Kyron. What's Sid gonna pull out here? A little Colston Loveland. Yeah, that Bowers helmet made him hard for sure. All right, Josh Allen with the 3-8. I love taking Josh Allen in the third round of these single QB leagues. Definitely solid there. You got Allen, Barkley, and CMC. Definitely huge upside there. Little McConkey there. McConkey to go with Hampton. There we go. Not bad. What's Montez going to pull out here? Messing around with this to see. I haven't streamed all year. I miss it, though. It was definitely fun last year. All right, Jacobs off the board at the 310. What do we got here? Right, fresh off the Achian pick, and then we got another wraparound with the man that wishes it was third round reversal every single fucking draft, because he gets the 12th pick every single draft. All right, Bucky with the 311. I guess Bucky's starting to creep up too. I've been snagging Bucky in like some of these leagues, like sixth, seventh round. He just drops. I'm not too high on him, but I'll take him if he drops past the fifth. Why not? And I need RB, especially with the way the RBs have been falling this draft so far. A lot of RBs off the board early. So you got Cam Scatterboo. Um, Fuck it, I got another Scatterboo college jersey coming in too. I know a couple people missed out on that. That's probably during the week, maybe like Wednesday, Thursday. I'll post that one. Travion off the board. Nah, I'm not watching the game actually. I got what's up, Josh? What's going on, brother? Nah, I'm not even watching anything right now. I just switched off a cable. I got my cable box. All my cable boxes are gone. I got my streaming box upstairs. I got to order another one for my TV. I got one of those super boxes that get every channel. So I got to get one for down here. I bought one for upstairs and I was testing it out, but I could stream it on my phone. But I got this stream. Why I care about the game? I'm watching this. Care about you guys. All right, Chris Olave off the board. Josh. How'd you make out in baseball this week, Josh? I haven't even really looked at my matchups for today. Let's see. I gotta see. I haven't even cared about baseball much this year. All right, we got 13 people in here. I appreciate all 13 of yous, except for Josh. Josh, I don't really care too much. No, I'm just playing, brother. All right, I'm up by 3 in my matchup in baseball, and I'm 7-7 in my other categories league. So there you go. You could win in baseball, Josh. You'll never beat me in football. You know that. All right, so we got fresh after that Olave. We got Flowers, Luther. We got a little Neighbors there. Neighbors is going to be interesting. He's definitely second, third round potential if he's healthy. Warren after that. All right, we're keeping it rolling. Quick picks with that Judkins. Monty with the 4-9. Fizz loves himself some Monty. Could have waited like another 2 rounds, brother. Maybe not with the way the RBs are flowing off this board, but we'll see. We will see. This year will be my year. I say the same thing about the Mets every single year. Used to say the same thing about the Knicks, but that changed up this year, so let's go. All right, so Smith off the board. Nice little Brown and Smith and a Garrett Wilson. There's your 3 wide receivers to go with Gibbs and Henry. That's solid. Solid start. That's how you work the first pick. Yeah, I'm thinking of doing it once a week, maybe on Sundays. It's kind of hard to find the time compared to last year. Working, trying to grow this, build a website with this. I got my son's 5 months old, but he goes to bed at 7:30. So why not Sunday nights do a draft around 9 o'clock? End off the week that way. Talk about jerseys that are coming. Uh, I'm probably going to be streaming Thursday night with a this fantasy group. I would say their name, but I don't know if they really want it brought up yet because I think they're gonna talk about what they're doing on the show. So I'm actually going halves with them. I'm donating 5 jerseys to them to run their leagues, and all the proceeds from those leagues are gonna go to Wounded Warriors charity. So that's gonna be definitely a good thing that people should definitely get into. Um, I think I got a Bijan for that. Probably gonna do an Haitian league. We'll see. We'll definitely figure a couple out. Maybe one helmet for the final week. It's going to be a 5 week thing where it's one charity jersey a week. And then probably the last week, I'm going to do a banger. Maybe like a nice Nike jersey or a helmet or something. So should definitely be good. All right, back to the draft real quick. After that, Wilson, we got Waddle, Swift. I was thinking about getting a Waddle jersey, but I don't know how you guys feel about that. I could definitely get a nice. I was looking at the orange one; it was definitely fire. But I was thinking about it. We'll see. Um, Swift after that, Adams, Emeka, Tate, Burrow off the board as a second QB. We got Kraft, Price, Fanning. I love him this year. JMO at the 5'11. Fizz is pissed because he wants JMO. Evans off the board at the with the 12th pick. Wrap around with Pitts. Solid start there. Not bad. That's nice. I like that build. Back to the comments. All right, let's get it. What do we got here? Running backs are early. Running backs are flying off the board. A little scary Terry there. Running backs coming off the board. Let's run through what we got real quick. We'll go make it a little interesting. We got top QBs: Lamar, Drake May, Daniels, Hurts, Jackson Dart, Herbie, Caleb Williams after that. RBs. Damn, we're in the fucking 6th round, and look at the RBs that are left. RJ, Ramondre, Kyle. We got Pollard, Rico down there. Wide receiver wise, we got Watson, Tyson, Sutton, DK, Michael Wilson. Tight end, Sam Laporta off the board. That's a solid pick right there. He was lingering. Kincaid, I'm loving me some Henry there. Mark Andrews is solid. Ferg solid. Back to the regular. So yeah, we got a couple things planned for this week. Trying to think. I got let me go get it. Let me pull it up. There was a couple Bears fans that were like, "Stop posting Bears jerseys because you make me want to just buy everything." But I ended up getting another Urlacher, but it's one of those Urlacher stat jerseys. I know a lot of people have been liking those stat jerseys. So there's like Brian Urlacher, Chicago Bears, 8-time Pro Bowl, 4-time first team All Pro, Defensive Player of the Year in 2005. Definitely fire. I love these stat jerseys. Displayed is definitely fire. What do we got here? Back to the draft. After Sam, we got Watson, Pollard with the Lamar on the wraparound. Lamar's solid in the 7th round with the 7-1. Definitely solid. Kittle, Kelsey off the board. Drake May. Yeah, I know. A lot of people were asking about defenders, like defensive players last year. Definitely solid. You guys I might as well pull this jersey out. Why not? Since you guys are playing for it. It's probably reversed because of the camera, but the Nike Gibbs, Fanatics authenticity, definitely fire. Definitely fire. One of the best jerseys we're doing. Definitely fire. All right, back to the draft. We got after May, we got Ferg off the board, Tyson, Kyle Manungai, and we got a little JK. JK's definitely creeping up the board. Definitely a late round sleeper RB that's moving up. Been a decent amount of hype around him. We'll see what happens with him. Healthy JK is fine. He's good, but guy can't stay healthy. All right, we got Washington off the board. Ramondre. Ramondre is another late round running back that I'm on heavy this year. Even if Travion doesn't perform, Unblock me on Sleeper. um, Unblock that. Why did he block you to begin with? I don't even remember. Rico off the board, but yeah, Ramondre I like a lot this year. I probably as a later round running back, he's probably my top drafted later round running back if I don't go RB early, but I try to get at least two or three. If I get two, I'm looking for Ramondre, JK in the later rounds. Um, who else am I big on? Rashad White I like this year. All right, nice little back to back tight ends there with your sixth and seventh round. Definitely solid. What JJ Justin Jefferson? I post just JJ Watt. Okay. I thought about it for a second. Yeah, I'm trying to work a deal out with somebody for a TJ Watt helmet, but he's not budging on the price, and I'm not overpaying for something. Um, but I did it earlier. Um, Yeah, definitely a jersey. I was actually looking at this jersey. It's a Joey Porter senior and junior jersey. Both of them now their numbers stacked, and they both obviously signed it. But yeah, so yeah, he chilled out on the chat spams. He was just excited. He was like, I gotta share these fucking $2 leagues in 30 leagues that most of the same people are in 15 of them. At all is a killer. Yeah, yeah. For sure. But you learn as you go. Back to the draft. We got DK, Herbie, Jackson Dart, Pierce after that. All right, we're in the eighth round. We're flowing. Johnson, Ricky off the board. Got some Ricky coming in soon, too. Gotta go pick that up, I think Saturday. I might be picking up some Ricky. Wilson off the board. Daniels. All right. Daniels in the eighth. That's solid. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with him this year. Caleb in the eighth. Definitely QB's taken here in this round. Likely. All right, with that wraparound pick in the ninth, who we taking? You can't block. Don't block them on YouTube though. No, I'm just joking. Now the community's fun. We got a good group. A lot of new people. Most of the people in this draft are pretty new. Fewies have been around last year. I appreciate the whole community. Everybody's been great. We have a lot of fun. This is just another element that I'm adding back to it. The streaming of the draft, so get to know you guys better. Last year I didn't do the like last year I didn't have a camera set up. Um, so this year I got that all set. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. More leagues, more jerseys, more giveaways, more streams. We're still early. It's only July. Next month's gonna be a good month. Hopefully, I'm hoping to just keep expanding this and getting more people to join. Eventually, I want people to be like, "Hey, I want this jersey," and right now, people will be like, "Ah, four people want that," but I want people to be like, "Hey, I want a freaking Dallas Clark autograph jersey," and I could run a 10-teamer, and people bitch at me why I didn't make it a 12-teamer. That's what I need eventually. Stuff like that. People be like, "I wanted a Deshaun Watson Texans jersey," and it feels like that. That'll never happen, but we'll see. Do three favorite teams drafted. Yeah, I'll do that. For sure. I could do that. I could do like grades too. I don't. Well, I definitely go over the teams. Usually, the last like four rounds, I'll go over the teams because the core is there, and then I'll give you my expertise knowledge, which absolutely means shit, but we'll make it interesting. All right. We got Dak and Hertz. White went with the 9-9. Like I said before, I'm very high on him. Charbonnet's a great pick at the 9-7. Uh, should be fully healthy by playoffs. Hopefully, did you get Price? No, right? No, you didn't. But yeah, hopefully he comes back healthy. I got a decent amount of them too. Purdy with the 9-12 to stack up with Evans. That's definitely a solid stack. See what we got next. Little Godwin, very high on Godwin this year. Every year I am. It's just he can't stay healthy, but a healthy Godwin is solid, especially with Evans out of there. Definitely a lot of potential. But Amek is the guy there, but Godwin will get his. Got the 10th pick, fresh off the Hurts pick. What are we going with? 5 seconds. Bo Nix, back-to-back QBs. Back-to-back QBs. Fresh off the Dak pick. Definitely doing 15 to 20-second clock next time. A couple people were asking for a shorter clock, but I was like, I already had it as a 30-second, so we'll see what it is, what happens, you know. Kincaid in the 10th round, solid as your tight end too. Downs has a lot of upside. Jacoby. It's going to be interesting to see what Jacksonville does. I love Jacoby Myers. I love Thomas. PJ Washington really made a name for himself last year. He's being drafted before all of them, but all three of them, even Strange, I like too. It's going to be interesting to see how that team plays this year. Okonkwo in Washington, Ertz is out of there. He's got a lot of targets coming his way. I was a big believer in him in Tennessee, but he just wasn't getting the ball enough, wasn't getting enough target share. My miserable Jets will figure out a way to make him a fucking bust for sure. So Goff and Stafford back to back. Gainwell, Mahomes off the board. Gainwell's going to slide into that white role, so that should be good for him in PPR. So that's a solid pick as your RB4. So solid. Michael Pittman. Tyrone Tracy off the board. Gadsden after that. Jordan Mason, 3 RBs in a row. Another Viking off the board, Jordan Addison. See what happens with him. That's going to be interesting, too, to see what happens in Minnesota. Like, how much of an impact Addison's going to be. If he plays how he plays, he's going to have, well, you got Kyler throwing on the ball, too. So I like Hawkinson this year. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with him. In these tight end premium leagues, I draft shitload of tight ends. I go nuts. Reed in 11-5. Little Tyler action there. Cam after that. Shakir after that. The 11-9. D-Gem by default. Little Arizona iced tea break there. Give me that sponsorship. All right, Jordan Love after that. Montez back on the clock. Yeah, this is the first fast draft we're doing this year. Hopefully every week I'll do this, you know. It's fun. I got nice nukes planned for next week too. All right, we're halfway through the draft. Xavier Worthy off the board. Show off that Amon Ra helmet some more. Get that stream going. This one's so nice. So fire. Got the reflective visor. Yeah, the helmets fill fast. They're fun. It's hard to top that Bijan. I started the first helmet league I did was at Bijan, and then it's hard to top that. But I'm trying to come close. Next Sunday is gonna be a banger. Next Sunday's helmet is gonna be insane. Baker off the board. That Baker helmet was actually fire too. The throwback, the creamsicle one. That was a good one. A little KC action there with the 12th. Starting the 12th off. Oh, somebody's shooting fireworks. I don't know if you guys can hear them out there. Little Sam action. I got a Sam jersey too that I don't know if I should just post it and see what people want to do with that. Um, I got a good price on that, so I could get rid of that pretty cheap. Uh, Kyler off the board, huge upside there to pair with Dak, so that's definitely solid bench QB there. Fresh off that Jordan Love pick goes wide receiver. Dobbs after that, little wide receiver run for him, 3 in a row. Woody Marks off the board. Johnson off the board. RBs are going early in this draft. CJ with the 12-8. There goes Strange with the 12-9. Definitely huge upside with him. Let's run through some players real quick. We got B Rob, Algier, Connor, Benson. Who else we got down there? Spears is solid. Dylan Sampson I like. Tank Bigsby. If Saquon gets hurt, could be interesting. I'm all over Diggs. I'm all over freaking Hill. I'm all over Debo. Late in these drafts, I'll take flyers on all them. All you need is one of them to perform, and you'll be in good shape. Schultz, Hawkinson's still there, and Joku. Taylor had so much upside until they drafted a tight end. Malik Willis off the board. Johnson. Oh, I could show. I'm just messing around. I could show comment. I didn't even know I could do that here. I could show what people say. Nice. People busting off more fireworks. Shaheed Spears, Young off the board. Coleman, Daniel Jones. There we go. Travis Hunter, Matthew Golden, Diggs off the board. I don't know if I should have music in the background playing when I do this or what, but we got Jennings off the board. Schultz, followed by Schultz. You got 4 tight ends now. Pitts, Andrews, Barner, and Schultz. Definitely solid. Fresh off that Jennings pick. What other jerseys could I have coming this week that I could show you guys? Let's see. And I'm gonna hold off on that. Maybe not. I've been wanting to do a league for that, but I'll wait. I'll wait. Me and my wife watch. Got some more buy. Yeah. There you go. Fantasy football investments. Keep it coming. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. You're a Chargers fan. I don't know how you guys feel about him, but I got a really good deal on it, and he was a stud when he was with the Chargers. So I might be able to throw this up. It's an Eckler jersey. Not bad. Nice little auto on there. Beckett cert. Definitely solid. Don't wait. Yeah. That's a cheap league. That's like $10. That's nothing. How do you guys feel about Eckler there, though? Like, is he still? Because he was a fucking stud, and he was a god there. He's a great dude. Does a lot for the community. It was a shame to see him leave there. But now you guys got Hampton, so you can't really complain about that. All right, Sampson went off the board. He was solid. Kate Otten, McMillan, Allen, Helm, Franklin. Mitchell off the board, another Charger. Rodriguez, going to be interesting to see what happens in Jacksonville, too, for sure. What their running back situation is going to be. All right, Algier off the board. Mitchell. All right, we're in the 15th. What do we got? Another 5 rounds to go. I'll start after this. After this round, I'll start recapping some teams. We'll talk about that. Yeah, he streams. He's done a lot for the community. I forget exactly. He did something huge. Like he did something for a certain group, and it was forgot what he did exactly, but it was definitely something he contributed. Naylor off the board. Tesla, Harris. I like Harris this year. It depends. I still think like Keenan Allen's going to sign somewhere. There's still a chance he signs. I think out of everybody's a chance he goes back to the Chargers. That's another receiver I'm heavy on this year. Late in drafts, he'll perform wherever he goes. It's not like he's a fucking stud. But I'm hoping he goes back to the Chargers. I Harris was I think my third most drafted receiver last year, and then Allen signed with him, so that fucking killed me. But it is what it is. Horton off the board. D-Gen's here. On the clock, 14 seconds left. All right, cool. Little Mendoza. That's your third QB. Yeah. What other QBs are available? Jacoby. Yeah, that's really it. I don't know if I should post this Amon Ra Nike jersey after this draft to just wait. Yeah, you don't think he'll sign Keenan? Ayuk. Oh man, I still think he's probably gonna go to Washington. That's the rumors. That's where he kind of wants to go. But I've never been an Ayuk person. I like people were drafting him like crazy, and I was like, he had I think one good season where he was actually really good. I forget exactly his numbers, but let's see. Let's switch it from game logs. Yeah, it's nothing crazy, but he's a bum. He's a bum. All right, let's recap some teams. Get it going. Brissett off the board. All right, let's start with the 1-1. We'll work our way over. So your RBs, it's obviously everybody knows that's in here. If you're just tuning in, it's QB, single QB, 2 running backs, 3 wide receiver, 1 tight end, and 2 flex. So we got with a tight end premium, 6 point pass and touchdowns. We got Gibbs and Henry as your 1-2 at RB. You also got Pollard, Tracy, and Algier as your backup running backs. You got 2 studs, and Pollard has great upside too. He's pretty consistent. We got Brown, Smith, Wilson as your 3 starting wide receivers. Robinson and Pittman definitely good dice rolls there. I love Likely for his upside. I feel like in that system he's going to be getting the ball a lot. There's a good rapport right now between him and Jackson Dart. Dart's been finding him in a lot of practices and stuff, so maybe they're building on that. Johnson's this solid tight end. What else do we got? Malik Willis as your QB2, good upside, but I wouldn't count on him as my not RB2 as your QB2. I wouldn't count on him. I probably could have went if you would have went a round or two earlier on another QB because you only got 2, but we'll see what happens with it. But overall, a good team. Just a little weak on QB, but not bad. Second team, you went RB heavy with Bijan, Love, Judkins, and then Big Bill and Rodriguez. So two powerhouses at running back. I love the Rice pick. Waddle's got major upside. Watson healthy is good if he can stay healthy. Kittle's a big question mark, but definitely worth the dice roll. Other tight end, you got Gadsden. It's going to be interesting to see. I like Njoku for them this year, but without him there, Gadsden would have been a beast. Williams and Mahomes. Mahomes late to stack with Rice, solid. Caleb Williams, grade two. You got some good dice roll QB wide receivers. Rogers, I'm high on late as a third QB option. So that's definitely not a bad team either. Not a bad team. Uh, Next one out of the 1-3, we got Chase, Collins, Higgins as your starting wide receivers. Cooper and Shaheed as your bench. Running backs, you got Hall, Swift, Blake, you got Gainwell, Mason. Definitely interesting. Like I said before, Gainwell I think is going to be doing good because it's PPR. Swift, as long as he can keep that job pretty solid and it's not a even split, he should do decent. But I've been fading him in all my drafts because who knows how that backfield is going to turn out to be, especially come playoff time. Brees is solid though, so solid team. Definitely a little lighter on the running backs in my opinion, but not horrible. I'm not a huge Higgins guy either. I love Nico and obviously Chase, but pretty good team. We'll get to Fizz. What round are we in right now? I'm just checking, scrolling down. All right, we got Fizz when I'm on Ra. You fucking homer. You definitely love your Lions. Pickens, Adams is great value. Wilson is a good dice roll. Addison, interesting pick. Franklin, I don't like, but not bad late. Another Detroit wide receiver for you. Tank Dell, definitely a good dice roll also. Um, he's about to say my team's. Let's see. What team are you? I'm not 100% sure. Um, and then let's see. We got Williams, Monty, Harvey, and Spears as your running backs. I love Williams. I love Monty. RJ's definitely a question mark. I like Dobbins a lot there also. But you got Drake May's great. Stafford's great, especially to pair him up with Adams. Uh, Goddard and Strange is definitely an interesting tight end combo there. Um, Little weak at tight end. Strange has the upside though. Solid quarterbacks. Solid starting three wide receivers with a couple dice rolls there. Good 1-2. It's gonna be interesting. Your flexes are a little weak, but we'll see how the season plays out. And my opinion means nothing. I ain't no fucking professional. I'm just a guy that collects memorabilia and runs fantasy football leagues. All right, on to the next one. At the 1-5, you went JT, Brown, Kyron Williams, solid three off the rip, fucking running backs. So that's great. Then you went three wide receivers with Tet, Emeka, Marv. Went tight end in the next round. Picked Pearsall, huge upside there. Reed, another wide receiver, pretty solid. Five wide receivers that you got there to go with those running backs. Brooks is a great later uh, upside running back. Can't go wrong with that. Ferg's he'll get the grabs there. It's definitely a solid tight end. A little weak on the back end of the tight ends, but interesting, not bad. QBs, you went Goff, that's solid. Stroud and Young, definitely question marks, but could have major potential. So we'll see. Uh, oh yeah. Now your team's not fire, bro. Your team fucking sucks. Nah, your team's good. You just got the only issue is you got too many Lions players. All right, let's get to Sid. We got Sid with the Puka pick. Then he went Tate, Thomas, Tyson, Johnston. Not really feeling those wide receivers. Definitely weak at wide receiver to start that off. But your team, brother. We'll see how it goes. Running backs, Walker, huge upside, obviously. Colson Lovem, great at tight end. Uh, Tutton with the for your RB2. Not honestly not a huge fan of the team, but We'll see how it goes. You got some solid QBs there. Allen down there. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how that team turns out. But anything can happen with Puka. All right, now on to the next one. We got JSN, London, Rome, Pierce. Love Rome later in the drafts, not late, but mid rounds, sixth round, solid for Rome. JSN and London are obviously beasts. ETN and Manungai, Charbonnet once he comes back. Woody's still going to get some of his touches. It's going to be interesting to see what that New Orleans backfield looks like. Warren and Okonkwo as solid 1-2 tight ends. Burrow in the fifth round is good, so I like that team. Couple question marks. Weaker at running back for sure, but we'll see how Chicago's backfield plays out and how much Manunga is going to be involved. That's not it. All right, let's get to the next team. We got CMC, Barkley, Dobbins, Jones. We'll see what happens with Jones this year. He'll be interesting for sure. Dobbins, I like. CMC and Barkley are studs, obviously. You got the number one QB in Allen, Jackson Dart. Uh, Definitely interesting team. Who's your QB3? You're like, fuck it, I don't need a QB3 when I got Josh Allen. Wide receiver wise, you got Neighbors, DJ Moore, Jacoby, Shakir, Romeo, and Hunter. A little weaker at the wide receiver, but in best ball, it's not bad. We'll see what happens with Neighbors. DJ Moore, I like a lot. Still room in that DJ Moore league. You guys should definitely join that. But a solid team. It's going to be led by your running backs and Josh Allen. And then Neighbors, Kraft's going to be good if he could be healthy and continue where he left off last year. Um, Neighbors is, and I don't know. I don't know. Nah, Neighbors is solid. It's just he's got to stay healthy. We'll see what happens. Now that Odell is there, he's going to take all those targets. All right, so let's go to DGen by default. We got Bowers with the first pick. At tight end, did you go? What tight end did you take after that? All right, Ferg, Knox. Nice, you handcuffed him too. That's a solid idea. All right, so we got Hampton, Price, Warren, White, and Sampson. I love the late round. I'm all over Warren, White, and Sampson. Love Hampton this year. He's going to be solid. Price is going to be interesting to see what happens with him, especially when Sharps comes back. McConkey, Burden, PJ, Downs. Yeah, you got it's a question mark at wide receiver too in a three wide receiver league. It's going to be interesting, but a couple high upside players there. PJ scares me a little bit if he could replicate what happened last year, but solid team. Herbie as your QB to stack with Hampton and Ladd. Definitely a good stack right there. So yeah, not a bad team. Definitely not a bad team. I like Warren. I like White a lot this year. So you did a pretty good job with the bench RBs. Let's get to Montez. He will not agree with you that Neighbors is washed. Big Giants fan now. All right, so he went JJ in the first round. He probably could have waited for the second round for him. But either way, he got Genty on the wraparound, so that's solid. Jacobs, Genty and Jacobs. Jacobs is creeping back up in drafts, so I like Jacobs this year. Ramondre's, like I said, one of my later round running backs. Pacheco's an interesting pick. Maybe he gets some decent work there, but who knows? This is a Gibbs league, so we're all in on Gibbs. Fuck Pacheco. So yeah, you got JJ, Zay, Terry, DK, Worthy. Worthy could be good any week, could be bad any week. DK is going to be interesting. He was low key. I think he averaged in PPR last year a little over 12 points a week, so that's not bad with Pittman there. Maybe they'll take a couple of the double teams off of him. We'll see what happens. So yeah, Terry's going to be good. Zay's going to be decent. And JJ's JJ. We'll see what happens with Kyler if he can get on the ball or not, or if he's just going to run. PJ hate will not be tolerated. I love Thomas and I love Myers. Like those are my guys there. especially when you could get them in a couple rounds later. Um, I think they're all gonna have their weeks, but we'll see what happens. All right, so out of the 111, he went Trey McBride, solid, Henry, solid as your two tight ends there. Uh, H.E.M., Bucky, Chuba, and Dowdle as your running backs. Definitely a solid two. Question mark on the three and the four, but could be high upside any week, especially in PPR with Dowdle. We'll see what happens there. Alave, JMO, and Sutton little weaker at the wide receivers, and then you got Jennings and Judy. QB wise, you got Hertz, Bo, and Sam. Good 1-2 there, and Sam will get the job done when needed. You'll be led by Hertz and Bo with that, but a little weaker at the wide receiver. But we'll see what happens. All right, so with the 12-12, we got Lamb, Cook, Scat, Hendo, and Evans with your first five picks. So pretty solid start. You got three running backs in there. Then you switch it up, went two tight ends with Pitts and Andrews. Then your QB wise, you got Purdy and Baker. Jacoby down there, Keenan Allen late. I said I love Keenan Allen. Love me some Keenan Allen. Um, settle it, yeah. We'll see what happens. All right, so let's see. I guess what you guys been waiting for. How many viewers I got right now? I got 11. All right, so you guys want to see what team I like the best? Let me just run through it. I like the 1-1. Obviously, that's solid because of the RBs. Um, Fizz is over there tapping his fingers like, "Come on, say my team, say my team." I fucking hate your team. What else do we got here? I'm trying to just run through real quick, skim over, give you my top three. So we got the 1-1, the let's see, the 1-1, the 112. I like that team. Definitely could have potential. Um, Especially with that Purdy and Evans stack. I like that. And then I'll go with Story. I'll go with Story with those two running backs to just hopefully propel his team and Allen in there. Um, yeah, like those are my top three teams that, in my opinion, but my opinion don't mean shit. I don't know what I'm talking about, especially if you ask DGen, because he just hates fucking neighbors and loves PJ Washington, but whatever. All right, well, thank you guys for tuning in. This was the first stream. Stay tuned. We're trying to do this every week if I could get enough people that are down for it. We got a couple good jerseys planned for this week, some good bangers. Next Sunday, you guys are gonna love next Sunday. Next Sunday is gonna be a nice Rams day, little Rams day for Sunday. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for staying active and chatting with me, guys. Good luck in the draft. Somebody's gonna win this nice ass jersey. Get it framed, put it in their man cave, their living room, wherever, and they'll be like, "I won this in a league for $47." So definitely a pleasure. I appreciate you guys. Until next time.